presence changes the atmosphere around them. They hold on to fragments, small moments, that feel like lifetimes, because those moments remind them of what could be. They wonder if you feel it too. They wonder if you suspect the truth. They wonder if the reason they cannot pull away is that this connection is meant to be lived, not avoided. Their almost confessions reveal something important. Their love is not passive, not distant, not fading. It is active, alive, and fighting its way to the surface. They want to step forward. They want to speak. They want to stop hiding. They want to give their heart the freedom it has been begging for. But they also want to protect what exists between you, because to them, you are not just someone they love. You are someone they cannot risk losing under any circumstances. And that is why they hover on the edge, caught between the urge to confess and the fear of shattering what destiny is still shaping. There is a reason this person struggles to detach from you, no matter how hard they try. You show up everywhere in their world, in ways that logic cannot explain and coincidence cannot justify. They will be going about their day, focused on something entirely unrelated, when suddenly your name appears, your image flashes in their mind, or something reminds them of a moment you shared. They hear a song and think of you. They see a place and feel your presence. They catch a number, a phrase, a scent, or even a piece of light that brings you back into their thoughts instantly. You are woven into the rhythm of their days in a way that feels intentional, almost orchestrated, and they have started to notice the pattern. Every time they try to move forward, a sign pulls them back. Every time they try to close their heart, something opens them again. Every time they attempt to forget, destiny whispers your name in their ear. They feel the weight of these signs more deeply than they admit. They may try to brush them off, rationalize them, or pretend they mean nothing, but their spirit knows better. Their intuition refuses to let them ignore the truth. There is a divine pull linking your souls. Deep calls unto deep, Psalm 42:7, describes exactly what they experience. Their depth responds to yours. Their heart answers something in you that words cannot capture. It is not an obsession. It is recognition, the kind of recognition that makes the universe feel smaller and more connected than before. They wake up thinking of you without meaning to. They dream of you unexpectedly. They feel your energy even when you're not physically present. Sometimes they pause mid-action because something hits them, a wave of emotion, a memory, a sudden longing, and they know it came from nowhere except the connection they share with you. Their friends may have noticed the way their face changes when they hear your name, the way they pause when something reminds them of you, or the way their attention drifts toward thoughts they refuse to voice. They are living in a constant tension between what they feel and what they fear, between the signs that chase them and the silence they try to maintain. Part of them wonder why this connection refuses to dissolve. Another part already knows the answer but is too afraid to admit it out loud. They feel spiritually attached to you. They know this connection isn't random, it isn't temporary, it isn't fragile. It is persistent, consistent, and undeniable. Signs do not follow strangers. Intuition does not rise without cause. Destiny does not circle the same two souls without reason. They feel you calling to them, not with words, but with presence. They feel the universe pushing them towards something their heart recognized long before their mind understood it. They see you everywhere, because their soul refuses to forget where they belong. There is a fear inside this person that grows louder every day, a fear far deeper than the fear of confessing. It is the fear of losing you, losing the chance to stand beside you, to be chosen by you, to be the one who understands the language of your heart. This fear shapes the way they act, the way they think, the way they love you from the shadows. They may appear calm, composed, and unaffected, but inside they are carrying a storm. And one of the most powerful parts of that storm is jealousy, the quiet, hidden kind that they try desperately to suppress. They feel uneasy when someone else captures their attention. They feel something tighten inside when they imagine another person standing where they wish they could stand. They see a comment, a smile, a moment that seems too close, and it shakes them in ways they would never admit. They don't show it. They don't say it. They don't allow it to surface. But it's there. It burns quietly. It aches deeply. And it scares them because they know jealousy only appears where the heart is fully invested. They get nervous when your reply takes a little longer than usual. They second-guess themselves when your tone feels slightly different. They wonder if someone else is turning your head, someone more confident, more present, less afraid. They overthink small things because, to them, you are not small. You are significant. You matter more than they ever planned for you to matter. Their fear of losing you is not rooted in insecurity alone. It is rooted in the profound recognition that you are rare. They know they won't find another connection like this. They know they won't experience this kind of pull again, and that knowledge terrifies them. They get protective in moments they don't understand. They imagine scenarios they wish they didn't. They feel threatened by people who may not even be aware of your value, but they see it painfully, clearly, fully. They don't want to control you. They don't want to limit you. They simply fear that someone else might see what they see and reach you before they gather the courage to step forward. They keep their emotions tucked away because they don't want to scare you, overwhelm you, or ruin the fragile bond you share. But inside, the truth is undeniable. They want to be the one you trust, the one you turn to, the one you choose. They want to be enough for you. They want to be worthy of you. That's why their fear runs so deep. They are not afraid of loving you. That part comes naturally. They are afraid of being too late. They are afraid of watching someone else step into the future they have quietly imagined with you. They are afraid that silence, caution, or hesitation might cost them everything. And so they remain on the edge of confession and restraint, guarded yet overflowing, trying to hold themselves together while their heart keeps repeating the same truth. Losing you would break something inside them that they could never repair. There is a part of this person's heart that has already stepped into a future where you exist beside them. They don't talk about it, but they think about it often, more often than they admit even to themselves. When they picture tomorrow, you are there. When they imagine success or peace or stability, your presence is woven into the scene. It's not fantasy. It's not escapism. It's the natural direction their heart travels whenever it is allowed to wander without fear. They imagine what it would feel like to wake up next to someone who understands them without explanation. They imagine small, simple moments, sharing laughter in the kitchen, walking together in silence that feels safe, sitting beside you in the quiet of the evening, knowing that nothing needs to be forced. In their mind, these moments are not dramatic or exaggerated. They are gentle, steady, and real. They think about how you would react to their stories, how your eyes would soften when you listen, how your voice would sound in the calm spaces of an ordinary day. They imagine holidays with you, triumphs with you, challenges with you. They imagine you in the chapters that matter. They don't see you as an interruption or an uncertainty. They see you as a future they would choose willingly, intentionally, wholeheartedly. These thoughts come naturally, almost effortlessly, as if their spirit recognizes you as a safe place long before their mind fully understands why. They don't fantasize about perfection. They imagine a partnership. They imagine building something meaningful, not quick, not superficial, but something steady and lasting. And that is what scares them most, how right it feels, how familiar you seem, how easily their heart folds your presence into the vision of a life they want to live. They never meant to imagine these things. They never planned to let their heart go that far. Yet whenever they look ahead, you appear, not because they are forcing it, but because something inside them believes that your paths are meant to intertwine. These silent visions of the future are proof that their love is not momentary or shallow. It is rooted in something deeper, a longing for companionship, stability, connection, and the quiet certainty that life with you would feel like home. One of the most profound truths about this person is that their love for you has already begun to reshape their life. They are changing not in dramatic, chaotic ways, but in quiet, intentional, deeply meaningful steps that reveal the sincerity of what they feel. You have affected them more than you know. Something about you has awakened a desire within them to rise, to heal, to improve, to grow into someone capable of giving and receiving the kind of love that does not collapse under pressure. They look at their flaws differently now.